Hi there. I hope you're all very well. I can see that both Brett and Ratna are there in the comments. So I hope that you guys have been going well. Make sure that you do say hello to me if you happen to be in the comments too and checking out this video. As you guys can see, I have had Sesame Street arrive, which was really exciting. I wasn't sure whether or not it was actually going to get here, but it has. So this is what we'll be building up today, this lovely Lego Ideas set. And it does have some really cute little Sesame Street characters as well. Elmo, Ratna saying, yes, I know, I'm so excited to see all the different figures. So it should be a really cool little build that we'll be getting on with tonight. So yeah, let's get this open and see. Now, I think the Lego Ideas boxes are usually a little bit different to our normal Lego boxes. So let's see if I can figure out how this is going to work. Who else is out there in the chat? I hope you guys have been having a nice week, that you've all been able to stay safe and healthy and all of that good stuff that we want to hear before Chrissy. So let's pull these bags out one at a time. I might going very backwards with all of this. Okay, let's just do it in a big lot. Oh, here we go. So we've got our instruction book there with lots of cool stickers. Oh, Jez is here as well. Hi, Jezza. Hope you're having a good week, mate. And enjoying your cuppa or whatever you're up to at the moment, planning, your big planning for everything. So I found one bag number 1, got a bag number 6, another bag number 5, multiple bags for bag number 2. I've got another bag number 6, so let's pop that over there. Got a little bag of plates and goodies, another bag number 1. This must be 4. And we've got 3 and 3. Oops. So there we go, we're all lined up, ready to go. Let's get this one open. So Jess is here as well. And how are all of you guys going? What are you guys up to at the moment? Are you guys building, working on your cities, chilling out, relaxing? What's happening? Let me know how things are for you all and what's been going on. I'm also very curious to know what the weather's going on and what the weather's like for you guys overseas as well, since, you know, here in Australia, we've actually had a really lovely day today. It, like, as per usual, it is now 8 p.m, but today was quite a nice day. We had, what was our weather? So yeah, about 26 today, which was really cool. Well, not cool, but, you know, it was a really lovely day today. And I think it's going to be quite warm again tomorrow and then heating up on Monday and Tuesday, which, you know, is that time of the year for us. How's Wombat? I was waiting for you to ask about Wombat. Wombat's here. He's going to hang out there next to my Lemaniac mug. So, yes, I did remember to bring Wombat with me today, which was really cool, really nice fun. So, yeah, so it was a really nice day. Mum stopped off today with me as well, so it was really nice to catch up with her and have a little bit of a chat. We'll probably be doing some of the stuff in the garden as well over the next few weeks. There's the sticker sheet, so you can see them in a bit more detail with some of the other characters as well, which is really cool. So yeah, really lovely stickers there. So colourful, which of course, as many of you know, is fantastic. I do love my beautiful colour palette. Bricky Ty is here. Hi, Bricky Ty. So working on big plans for the new Mother Building Drive 1 series next year. So that's what Rogue's up to. So that's really exciting, Jeremy. That's cool. Bricky Ty saying, good afternoon. It's wet and cold in the UK. Not nice. And then our Daddy Choo Choo, Amy's here as well. Hi, Amy. How you going? Is saying plane trains today. So that's awesome as well. Hi, Amy. It's so lovely to see you. So we've got lots of bits and pieces and even a little page on brick separators as well. That's new. I haven't seen that before. So that's kind of cool. And into we've got our 6 bags, so we'll see how far we get tonight and whether or not we do this as a 1-part or a 2-parter. We'll see. Brixish is here. Hey, Brixish. It's so lovely that you're here. I know. We all want to know how to get to Sesame Street, I think, after 2020. Sesame Street is the new circus. Instead of running away to join the circus, I think that we all want to run away to join Sesame Street. So it's so lovely to see you all here. We're having a good week. Make sure that I've got all my bits and bobs out of my bags this time. And we do have our first figure in this bag as well. So we'll just start to pull out those parts. So exciting. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. This set is just so going to be bringing back so many childhood memories. It's going to be lovely. So we do have Big Bird is our first character. So we've got the little Big Bird legs, the little arms with the wings, which is really cool. And then we've got the body piece that fits on over top. Oops. Now, which is kind of sticking to stuff and not wanting to go onto the body at all. Oh, there we go. Got it. So here we go. There's Big Bird. So it's really cool because this part, so the head and the body part is obviously all one part, and this is like the soft, like bendy type rubber. So you can sort of smush. It's not the hard plastic. I'll see if I can try and come on, focus again. And then the torso and the wings are actually the usual hard plastic that we get. And then Big Bird's Big Bird legs are orange and pink stripes. I wish my webcam would focus faster. Yeah, so there's beautiful Big Bird, which is so cool. I'm going to have to get a little plate out of my little white plate bag of tricks and pop him on there so that we can have him stand up all the way through. So, yeah, it's so cute. Oh, my gosh, I'm loving it. Jess is saying, yes, Big Bird's so epic. I know, so cool. I'm so happy that we got Big Bird in this set. And so is Brixish. And then Big Bird is awesome. Yeah, I agree. It's just, yeah, just amazing. I just love it. Loving that I've actually got a Big Bird in Lego. It just blows my mind. Oh, that's cool, Corne. Thanks for stopping in. I wish your sister a lovely happy birthday from us all. So I hope that you have a very fun-filled day. It's all good. As I always say to you all, it's lovely when you stop by and say hello, but obviously stuff in the real world is more important than listening to me ramble on my live streams. So, yeah, there's never any drama about going off and doing stuff in your life. Now I can, under this, I think that this is my first instruction book with the black. I think it feels like it, and I'm getting a lot of glare off the black pages, which is not enjoyable. So I can definitely understand why people have said that they don't really enjoy the black pages, but they look nice, but I don't know how functional they actually are. So I would always choose, no, I probably wouldn't always choose function for looks, to be honest. So yeah, there are definite times where I like having things that actually look nice, but as far as instruction books are concerned, I do actually think that function's quite a big deal. Right, so it seems like we are building up the base to no one's surprise. That's usually how we start things off. So Corney's getting lots of birthday wishes for his sister, which is lovely. Right, now we need a few more little bits to connect all this together. I always, I think with most people, we tend to rush through the foundation stuff because we just want to get to the good bits of building up everything else. So let's see, we do have one of these to go in, which is really cool. Yeah, so Amy's asking, how are things? So, yeah, no, things are really well with me. I think that it is a really nice time of the year for me at the moment. I always enjoy that sort of time between spring and summer when the weather's really nice. It's always really good to be able to have, you know, the sunset a little bit later and for it to be a little bit more warm and, you know, enjoyable and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a nice time of the year, I think, for me down here in Australia. I suspect that it's probably a little bit different for most of you though, being that everyone that I'm aware of is in, oh, Robin's here. Hi, Robin. We've got a quick hello world and followed by a just as quick, be right back. That's all good, Robin. So yeah, and then Bricky Ty said here, might have to invest in this set, but going to wait for it to drop in price a little. Yeah, I think that it is, for me, it is a really lovely set so far. That Big Bird figure is better than what I imagined Big Bird was going to be. So I think that that's a nice sign, in my opinion. You know, everyone can feel different about different sets and different builds, obviously. Yeah, so, but I'm happy that I was able to grab this set. It's interesting because I have said to a few different people so far that the Elf Clubhouse is still temporarily out of stock here in Australia. So I don't think that I'm going to be able to get that set before Christmas. It may come back into stock, but I doubt it. I don't think so. So I will be building up the gingerbread house this year, and that will be my sort of festive holiday set that I'll have on display. And I'll probably build that on stream, I think, next week. So that will be really good fun for us all, but I'm not going to have to get the Elf Clubhouse. So I think I'm going to end up doing like a Legoland and having the Elf Clubhouse arrive in like February or something like that, which is okay. I just sort of go, I don't mind that sort of stuff happening. I think it's quite funny, really, when we get sets out of season. So yeah, that's some of my, oops, random here. So I can't get this plate up. There we go. So yeah, I think that that's going to be sort of quite good. It'll be good fun to see if I can get hold of that. But that's one of the reasons, Bricky Ty, that was my point. I am getting to a point. Bricky Ty, that was one of the reasons why I ended up getting this set, because I knew that it was going to be quite unlikely for me to actually end up with the holiday festive Elf Clubhouse set. So I thought that this would be my backup plan. Because it's always handy to have a few backup plans in our life, really, isn't it? So yeah, this is mine. There's Sesame Street, which I think should be quite cool. Like I'm so looking forward to this build. I'm so excited about seeing all of this sort of come together. So that's awesome. And then, yeah, brickish. And I think that that's also part of it as well. I just sort of went, I suspect it was the same sort of thing, Bricky Ty and Brickish, with the Flintstones, is that when that first came out, it was only available on the online Lego shop here in Australia, and it was a bit too expensive. And then it came out in a couple of the shops, online only, but at a better price. And then one of the shops had also ended up having a, like I think it was a 20% off Lego sale. So I ended up getting the Flintstone set for quite a reasonable price, which is what I was sort of more comfortable paying, if that makes sense, is that that's what I think that the set was worth in the first place. So I was quite pleased to have been able to get that set for that price, because that was sort of where my comfort levels was. I don't know how much of a structurally sound, grammatically correct sentence that was, but you guys get my point. And then I'm doing my advent calendars. Yes, I am doing my advent calendars, and I have been posting my advent calendar photos over on Instagram. So I decided that I wasn't going to do advent calendars on YouTube this year. I have done them in the past, but this year it's been one of those years and I'm not organised enough to be able to do that. So that's a bit funny. And then, oh no, Bricky Ty is saying he would be, but he missed them. Oh my gosh. And then Brickish is also saying doesn't have an advent calendar either. Oh dear. And then left it too late thinking there would be loads left. Rookie mistake. No, that's not a rookie mistake though. Last year, I didn't end up getting my advent calendars, I think, until mid-December, and they were all on sale. So, but this year I saw that they'd sold out really quickly, and I was like, whoop, better jump in and grab them while I could. So I did manage to get the Friends one and the and the Harry Potter one, of course. So they were the two advent calendars that I've ended up with, which I'm really happy about. The Harry Potter advent calendar is so nice because it has a lot of like the Yule Ball outfits and characters and that sort of thing. So that's really nice. And we even got like the Patel twins, which you haven't had before. We got, I think we're getting Fleur Delacour in her ball gown outfit as well. So yeah, it's a really nice, really nice advent calendar. And then Ratna saying, are you watching the Brick Emotion new videos about custom wings? Yes, I've seen that one and it's so gorgeous. So yeah, Claire from Brick Emotion is just so creative and wonderful. So it's really beautiful to see that. And I know that Corné's been able to do some custom wings as well. So yeah, I think I've seen the most recent one, Ratna, I think. I definitely saw the one with the pumpkin outfits, and then I've seen the one with the wings as well, which was so cool. So yeah, I just love Brick Emotion's videos. I think that she's so creative and awesome, and her mini doll repaints are just wonderful too. So yeah, and then Bricky Ty saying, to be fair, I only wanted the Star Wars one for the Darth Vader and the Christmas jumper. And then Brickish is saying, I was actually waiting for the Star Wars advent calendar to go down in price. Should have known with those Christmas jumpers they'd sell like hotcakes. Yeah. And I think that that's the tricky thing. Like, honestly, even here in Australia, we've had the Harry Potter calendar's almost sold out, and the Friends calendar has been really quick to sell as well. Like, the last few years that I've been getting advent calendars from the shop is that we'd be able to still get hold of, you know, the Friends advent calendar and the Star Wars and the City ones in January for like half price. So I was really surprised to see how quickly they sold this year as well. But I think with everything to do with like lockdowns and everything to do with the Lego Masters and all of that sort of thing, is that it just seems to be a super popular toy. And then I don't know whether or not Lego has been able to keep their stock levels as high as possibly what they would have wanted. So that obviously, I don't know what Lego does in the way of that stocking and all of those sorts of things, but they might be having to be careful with some of that sort of side of things, depending on where things are getting manufactured. So, oh gosh. Then Bricky Ty is saying, seen the Darth Vader Christmas jumper minifig on eBay at €10. Maybe, maybe not. Have to have a think about that. There's a couple of mini dolls that I really want to try and get hold of as well, but they're quite expensive. There was one mini doll, Ratna, and Amy, you might be aware of that since you're bigger Friends fans than some of the others, that Brick Emotion actually had on her channel, which was the Polish exclusive mini doll. And I would absolutely love that mini doll as well. Oh, Tease is here. Hi, Tease. It's lovely to have you here. I hope that you're going well. Yeah, so I would absolutely love to be able to get hold of that Polish exclusive mini doll, but it's just so expensive. So, and I think the only way that I could justify getting it would be to get several of them to get shipped out at the same time. But then I just question my life choices around spending that much. Oh, Lego Girl's here as well. Hi, Lego Girl. It's lovely to do that. Oh, that's okay. Atiz is currently editing a video on and off, so keep doing that. Yes, editing is a chore. I've been trying to finish editing one of my videos as well the past few days, and that's been a very slow process, to no one's surprise. So, yeah, and Lego Girl, it's so lovely here. So, yeah, it's great that you're here as well. I hope that you've both been keeping well, or as well as you can in these sort of times, which is great. And Tease is doing really well. How am I? Yeah, I'm going good. I was just saying to everyone earlier, it's sort of coming up to be like spring, summertime. Well, the weather's starting to feel like spring, summertime. So, yeah. So that's sort of been quite nice weather. So I've been having a lovely time. Sorry, I'm reading and talking at the same time. Oh, exactly. Oh, I know. I think that, you know, I keep saying to everyone, starting that new job in August has been really lovely and it's been really good. But it's just been one of those things where it's also been such a mental challenge, and particularly during, you know, COVID, and it's, you know, an organisation that's new to WA, so it's setting up an office and getting everything established and all of that sort of stuff, which is really brilliant, and I enjoy that in so many ways. And it would be so lovely to be able to like establish the office culture in the Western Australian office as like, you know, one of the founding staff members here in WA, not for the organisation, that was founded by 2 other women. But it's just also been so tiring and so draining. It's just, yeah, it's just been a slow year. But I think one of the things that I've learned this year is just, you know, we've just got to try and be kind to ourselves and take things easy a bit. I know, Rogue. I think that, like, I mean, I really love editing my videos as well. But as many of you know, like the actual photography side of things is not my strength. That's probably one of the areas that I do really need to improve, is just getting my the images and the look of the photos a lot crisper and better looking. Which is getting there. I do take note and I do take on board the feedback and all of that sort of stuff that very kind and wonderful people have given me. But it's just been so slow. And then the video that I'm currently editing at the moment is that some of the images are really beautiful, and then a lot of the video footage that I took wasn't quite as bright or as crisp. And so that's been really annoying me. So I think I've slowed down with that. And then as per usual, I always postpone my voiceovers till the very last possible minute as well. So I just think, oh, it's just ridiculous that I just delay the voiceover stuff so much, which is silly because once it's done, and I really love putting out the videos and all of that stuff. But yeah, I think my filming definitely needs to be taken up a notch, which is, you know, I'm aware of that, and I'm looking forward, and I have been working on that and looking at different ways that I can try and improve that. But the voiceover side of things is still really weird for me. So I think it is for a lot of people. So yeah, but you know, I suspect that eventually I'll get there. And then, so cool. So Atiz is catching up with everyone on what Atiz has been doing, which is really cool. I love hearing what you guys are up to. So yeah, it's awesome. Right, and then that goes like that. Yes. So we do have our little spider in the basement by the looks of things, which is really cool. Oh, Lego Bricks is here. Hi, Lego Bricks. And Brixish is being funny, which is good. Oh, bless. So yeah, so how's your week been going on, Lego Bricks? I hope you've been having a really nice week and have been, you know, getting all of that stuff going on. And then Atiz is sort of, oh, so Lego Bricks is saying I'm so far off, so not too far off 800 subscribers. I know that you've got quite a good channel size, so that's exciting for you, which is really cool. And then Atiz is saying that she loves making TikToks now. Yes, I think that looks like that would be a lot of fun, especially for young people of today. So yeah, that's awesome. Now, have I done that right? Oh yes, I have. Cool. Right. Okay, so that's that, and that. Cool. And then Ratna saying, do we think that Ninjago and Lego Friends will be in the Lego Movie 3? And Rogue is saying, I hope that there is a Lego Movie 3, as our family really enjoyed the first 2 and I like collecting some of the minifigs too. Yeah, I think it would be really nice if there was going to be a Lego Movie 3. I think that, you know, a trilogy would be a really nice way to round out that sort of movie structure, series, whatever it's called, set of films. I really enjoyed the first 2 as well, Jazza. So I thought that they were both really lovely films, and you know, I think that they're so much fun. And I also really love the Lego Batman movie as well. I haven't seen the Lego Ninjago film. I think that there is a Lego Ninjago film, so I haven't seen that. But yeah, I think that it would be really nice to be able to have a couple of the other things, even if it's just like little cameo type stuff going on. That would be really cool too. Okay, so, and Lego Bricks is saying that they've had a really lovely weekend. Yes, my weekend has been gorgeous. So yeah, and then I also get to build Lego tonight, which is awesome. Yeah, what film? I don't know. What film did I say? Ninjago? Ninjago? Oh dear, I know. I just can't do it all the time. My mouth and my brain just don't always work at the best together, especially when I'm live streaming as well. I get so muddled, as you guys know. So, is that? Oh, no. I've gone astray. I've gone astray. This way. Right, here we go. There we go. Steps. We've got steps. So not too much. That could be, I know, that would be brilliant. Could be one of the new characters in the next Lego movie. I know. Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing. I'd love that. We need more Australian representation, I think. We've got some of the most bizarre and wonderful wildlife in this country that I'd love to see more of it out there in the world. I think it's so, yeah, I just love our Australian animals. I think that they're so quirky and bonkers in a good way. Clearly I'd love that. Yeah, no, that's okay, Tease. Jump in and out. Do what you've got to do. It's all great. So, yeah. And almost finished on bag number 1. Oh, no, hang on. I've gone astray again. Gosh. Just when I thought that we were almost finished on bag number 1. No. I've got to put plates down first, so we can make that build up a little bit higher. So we do have a few of the little 1x1 parts here as well, which is kind of cool. So that will go in there. Ratna, you'll be loving this bag. Oh, Darren. Today was brought to you by the letters L for Lego and B for Build and number 0 for my wallet. Oh my gosh, I know. I hope you and Coralie are doing really well over in Ballarat, Darren. And what are you guys up to tonight? Are you sorting, washing, building, relaxing? What's going on over there for you guys? And then we've got DC Superhero Girls would be perfect in the Lego Movie 3. Oh, yeah, exactly. So in the Lego Movie 2, we did see Wonder Woman as a mini doll and Duplo and minifig, didn't we? So it would be really nice to be able to see more of that, I think, in the next Lego movie. If we get one, that would be awesome. And then Jez is having some lunch. Cool. That sounds awesome. Awesome Saturday lunchtime task. And then Bricky Ty is saying, I know that feeling with the wallet. I know, we all know that feeling with the wallet. More bags to be opened in here. And let's get the little figure over there. Try not to lose any of my parts underneath various plastic bags and sets and wombats. I think one of the things that I really liked about the Lego Movie 2 was the fact that we had minifigs and mini dolls like all coexisting in the one Lego universe. So I thought that was really kind of cool to see. I also thought that it was really funny to see some of like the stereotypical differences between maybe not so much genders, but possibly a little bit to do with the genders between the brother and the sister, but then also, you know, the age brackets as well. So that as the brother was getting older, it was all about, you know, Apocalypseburg and the Dark Wastelands and all of that sort of stuff. Whereas with the sister, she was just like covering everything in glitter and making all things look really cute and pretty. And here we've got Elmo. So again, such a cute headpiece for Elmo as well. And that's all the usual hard plastic for the Lego figs too. So, oh my gosh, just so adorable. So cute. Oh, just absolutely amazing. I know that some people also mentioned that their white paint work for the eyes were a little bit off, but mine seems to be absolutely perfect. So all of that seems to be painted absolutely beautifully on my little Elmo, which is so beautiful. I know, I knew that you were going to love that one, Ratna. So yeah, I put on my hoodie because it was a bit cold earlier as the sea breeze was coming through, but I'm heating up again now. So I might have to take my hoodie off. Building is hot work. So is anyone doing the Elmo voice? Yeah, I can't do voices very well. If I knew that you could do all the voices, Brixish, I would have had to jump in here and stream with me so that you could do all the voices. Yeah, I'm absolutely terrible when it comes to accents and voices and all of that sort of stuff. I make an effort, but I don't have an ear for it. So not my super strength, which, you know, which is cool. We can't be brilliant at everything. Yes, Irish Andrew, yes. It is summer down under, but, you know, because it's 18 degrees at the moment at 8 p.m, I thought that I needed to put on a hoodie. So, but I've now taken it off because I was getting too warm while I was building. I don't know. Is that, I'm assuming that that's Fahrenheit, or is that Celsius? Because I'm a Celsius person. So I think I get very confused with Fahrenheit stuff. But yeah, it's warm. We're all warm over here. So that's another one of our stickers there, which is so cute. Just a very simple, like, black and white line drawing, but so gorgeous. And yeah, so Irish Andrew is saying, yep, Fahrenheit here. I didn't say that I was good at doing the voices. No, fair call. I'll have to look into doing the Fahrenheit Celsius exchange later on, Andrew. Andre? Is it Andrew or Andre? Andrew is Andrew in Irish, isn't it? In Celtic, is that right? Or have I gone astray? I can most people will vouch for me and say I do get easily muddled. So you'll just have to correct me. Oh, okay. So Lego Bricks is saying, oh, wow, that they have two sisters, and my first sister has 54 million subscribers and my second sister has 16 million subscribers. Oh, wow. You've got some stiff family competition there for subs. So, but as I always say, it is lovely to have that recognition and that acknowledgement from subscribers. Oh, there we go. Yes, correct. Andrew and Irish Gaelic. Cool. I knew that there was something like that floating around in my brain. So, oh, cool. And I do think that it is really nice to have that recognition from subscribers, and I think that it's lovely and fantastic, particularly if it's something that you're super passionate about and you enjoy editing and making videos and all of that stuff. I just sort of think that it's a really, really wonderful option to be able to express our creativity this way. But I'm still overwhelmed at my 400 and something subscribers. I never thought that I would have 450 subscribers for whatever I have at the moment. And, you know, I know that, Brett, if you're still training and listening to me as well, I just sort of think it's always been so much more about making friends who love Lego as much as what I do and are happy to have a laugh and enjoy Lego and all of those sorts of things as well. So I think it must be really tricky for you Lego bricks to see those numbers from family members and not be able to then recognise that, you know, your channel is really cool and it's so much fun, and you know, if you've got your 800 subs, then that's also worth, you know, acknowledging and celebrating and you know, showing gratitude for that as well. So, and I think that that's just one of those things where, you know, if we all just focus too much on the numbers, we can forget that subscribers and people that like and share and enjoy our content are actual people rather than just numbers. So yeah, so Darren's saying, picked up 2 copies of Blocks magazine at the newsagents, only 3 months behind, put money on Xmas Lego lay-bys. Oh, gingerbread house, yay. Cool. So that's really, really cool to hear that you've got your Christmas lay-bys sorted. I think next week I might be building the gingerbread house because I did get that set last year, but I haven't been able to get hold of the clubhouse, the elf clubhouse this year. So I think I'll be doing a Lego Lemaniac this year and not getting the festive set until after all the festivities. So yeah, Ratna is asking, am I watching Over the Moon? I don't know what that is. Probably no, then would be my answer. I don't actually, while I do have a television, I don't actually have like TV channels or Netflix or anything like that. So I generally just watch DVDs, which is very old school now, and I don't have any streaming stuff either. So I don't have Netflix or Disney or anything like that I stream. So I watch a lot of YouTube, or I build Lego and listen to music and that sort of thing. So, which I really enjoy. I do really enjoy that sort of stuff, is just being able to kick back and relax and watch the videos and the channels and stuff that I like, pop over on Instagram a little bit and chat to people behind the scenes and all of those sorts of things, which has also been really cool. So yeah, I'm assuming, Ratna, that you're watching Over the Moon. So you'll have to let us know what that's about. Is that a film? I feel like I have heard something about it, but I can't quite remember. So anyone in the chat, just let me know what's going on with Over the Moon and if we should try and check it out. And then, oh, I know, I completely agree as well. I think that was the main draw card. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. I've gone very astray this time. Yeah, that was the main draw card to getting that set, was the gingerbread people, because I just thought they were so cute and so adorable. Oh, absolutely, yeah, just so beautiful. I just loved those little gingerbread people. And I thought the set was really sweet too. So in more ways than one, obviously. Yeah, I'm looking forward to building that again this year. And the elf clubhouse was sort of the same as well. I just sort of really liked the look of the clubhouse, and I thought that the images that I saw in the Lego Friends advent calendar, that has little like micro doll elves. So they're the same size as the figures that we got in the storybook sets, and also the figures for the smaller children that we're getting in the 2021 sets. So yeah, I just thought that those little elves looked really cute, and I thought that I could interchange the elf clubhouse or co-populate the elf clubhouse with both micro dolls and minifigures. So that was one of my ideas about the elf clubhouse, which may just be postponed. until next year. Oh, Zoe's here as well. Zoe, please. Oh, hi, how you going? It's so lovely that you've stopped by. I always love your little avatars, Zoe. You just have the most gorgeous avatars that I see, and I think that the purple colours that you so often use in your avatars are just absolutely gorgeous. I just had to say that. And then I have seen the Lego Friends Park set, which is so cute. What are your thoughts on that, Amy? I think that it looks really cute. I really like the swan paddle boat thing. So I thought that was a really lovely little touch. And I just think that it looks like really quite whimsical and yeah, just sort of, I don't know, I just think that it looks really pretty and yeah, like a really pretty looking park with all the flowers and the little gazebo area and the little swan paddle boat. And I think that there's a little bridge there as well, I think. So yeah, I just think that it just looks really pretty and gorgeous, which for me is a really nice expression of a lot of the Friends sets too. So, and I think that was really nice that Lego sort of went in that direction, particularly with that set, because some of their other sets have been like just that little bit of a change in colour palette. So I think that the Organic Food Cafe or the Organic Food Mart or whatever has that sort of citrus colour palette with the limes and the yellow and that sort of stuff. And then the Cinema, which is such a gorgeous looking set. I can't wait to get hold of that movie theatre with the navy and the red. So I think that, yeah, the park set is just like, it's really pretty. And I think it's really nice to be able to have something like that in Lego as well, something like just really pretty and cute. Right. Where am I up to? Tan. I thought that these were dark tan because they look really dark next to the bright yellow, but they're not. They're just regular tan. So I have to focus on building and chatting to you all, which is really cool. Are there any sets that are coming up in 2020 that the rest of you guys are looking forward to? Anything on your wish lists? I rarely pay that much attention to anything outside of my like little wheelhouse of favourite sets that I sort of tend to like looking at. So you guys will have to let me know if there's anything else that you guys are looking forward to. And yeah, see what our thoughts are. Obviously things like Star Wars, Brickish, are things that I don't really know anything about. So I don't know if there's any sort of super spectacular Star Wars sets coming up in 2020 or anything like that. I never know that side of the universe. Oh yes, Andrea's house. Zoe Place is saying yes, which is a really lovely one as well. I'm so excited to get hold of Andrea's house finally as well. And I said this a couple of streams ago, is that I was really expecting Andrea's house to be more modern. For whatever reason in my head, I thought that it was going to be more like Libby's pop star house. But the version of Andrea's house that we've got is so beautiful, and I'm so happy that Lego went in the direction that they went in. I just think that it's so, yeah, it just is such a nice looking building, and I think it sort of fits in really well with the other builds that we've sort of got as well. So, and then Bricky Ty is saying, my wallet is already crying from the wish list. Oh my gosh, I know. I'm going to have to sit down and and get my Lego purchasing spreadsheet sorted out, planned for the future, where I then go through and strategize as to which sets I will be buying and what order. Because even the Harry Potter books with all the different the classroom books are so beautiful as well. I can't wait to get my little paws on those. So I'm really looking forward to that too. But I honestly am just going to be very bamboozled as to what sets I need to get in what order. I think is going to be doing that. And yeah, oh, cool. So Lego Bricks is saying that he loves doing homework, and my sisters do too, but he also plays with his sisters. Lego creates Lego Worlds, cars, toys, and more, but likes to do lots with his channel. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, Bricky is saying that they love the Friends Cinema. No, I haven't. Oh, Hayley's Bricks is here. Hi, Hayley. It's lovely to have you here. No, I don't watch The Mandalorian. I have heard through the various YouTube channels that I do watch that people have been loving the last few Mandalorian episodes. So, Jez is saying always interested in what's coming up in the Lego world, and he does look at, do like some of the official sets, but because he can't stop creating, usually just put in for more bricklink orders. That's a good way to be, Jezza. Cornet's back for a few minutes. Hi, hon, how are you going? And then Amy is saying the Ariel and Cinderella sets. Yes, the Cinderella carriage. We've been so mean about Cinderella carriages on this channel in the past because we get so many of them. And then, of course, Lego overhears our comments and has to make sure that they release the most beautiful Cinderella carriage that they've ever created, just so that we can eat our words. So yeah, I really like the look of the Cinderella carriage as well. I think that the Ariel set is really cute too. But as always with the 4+ sets, it is a 4+ set. So, you know, I love getting hold of the 4+ sets because I think that there's so much that can be done with so many of those beautiful printed pieces. And that Ariel set does have some lovely printed pieces in it. So I'm really looking forward to getting that. But the Cinderella carriage looks really beautiful. I just really love the look of that carriage. So that's one that I'm definitely inspired to get for sure. Oh, my Lord is here. Hello. I hope you're having a lovely week, my friend. And that things have been going really well for you. I know that you've been doing lots of Lego type stuff. So that's been really lovely to hear. I hope. Oh, Cornet's saying the writing camp is being delivered today. Oh, that's so exciting. Yes. And especially since you've been trying to get hold of that set for such a long time, well, for quite a while, and you managed to get it at such a good price as well. So that must be so cool. And I've got your bits and pieces here as well, Cornet. So I'll let you know when I put them in the post. They'll probably go in the post same time as Jazz's stuff. So I will get to the post office at some stage and get them in the post to both of you lovely people. But I'll also send you messages on Instagram to let you know that they've been put in the post and to keep an eye out for them. And if my lovely post office lady gives me a bit of an idea about how long they might take, then I'll message you about that too. So, oh yeah, the new horses. Yeah, the new horses was also sort of quite interesting with that new Cinderella set as well, with the movable heads. I'm going to reserve my judgment about them until I get hold of them to actually sort of have a look and see what they're like. Because I do know that sometimes in those Lego photos, especially if they're if they've been like photoshopped and cleaned up or whatever, I don't know anything to do with any of that stuff. Clearly, if any of you guys have watched any of my videos, you know that I'm not an expert in photography. So sometimes it just ends up looking kind of weird though. So and then when I see them in like real life, in the real world, they look kind of different. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like once we get hold of them. So yeah, but it's kind of interesting that we've got those horses with movable heads as well, considering that, yeah, there's been sort of a few different things happening with some of like the more, is it equine animals? you know, the horses and reindeer and that type of thing. So, and again, I don't know how much a movable horse head will bring to the Lego experience as well. So it's where I'm like going, I don't know. Still super excited. Brickish is true. Yeah, photos can be misleading. Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Amy's saying that she actually likes the horses. Yeah. And that's where I just sort of go, it's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see them, then hold them in my little hands and see what they're like. Okay. Now, I do have, not just yet, but my next page over, I do have stickers coming up as well. Yeah, there is nothing like seeing them for reals. Yeah, yeah. And I think that that's the interesting thing because, and again, I also think that sometimes it comes down to build experience as well. Because as Amy knows, I wasn't really all that fussed with the dots sets. Heard about them, Amy and I talked about them for quite a long time, mulled over whether or not we like the dot sets. I, on principle, like by theory, they're not really for me. Like I just sort of go, I don't really like the concept of the whole dots side of things. And then I thought, I'll get some of the sets so that I can, you know, do some videos for my channel and see what it's all about. It's always nice to have extra parts, you know, especially with some of the, oh yeah, no, that's okay. It's a little tiny bit crooked, but doable. Oh, is that going to show up? Focus. There we go, focused. So that's a really cute sticker, which goes on over this side. So again, sort of quite colourful there. And then my next sticker is on the interior. But I must admit, and I don't know whether or not it's because I had, you know, a very stressful start to my year with everything going on. I think a lot of us did. But even before we had pandemics and all of that sort of stuff, is that things were being really quite stressful for me in a few different ways. So that's also a really cute, like, little pin-up board sticker there as well. But I must admit that, yeah, I actually really enjoyed building the dot sets. So that was the point that I was getting to. I know that took me a while. But I actually really enjoyed building the dots sets, and I think that it was just quite relaxing to be able to sit there and just put together beautiful little patterns, and the time just sort of drifted by. And I think that that was actually really, really good for my stress levels and my mental health, to be able to just sort of kick back and relax and enjoy doing that. So as much as I didn't think that I was going to enjoy the dots theme, that kind of suckered me in. But I also did notice that when I was trying to do dots and I didn't have that stress or pressure, is that I did find it a little bit boring. So again, you know, I just sort of go, sometimes these things can change for us depending on what's going on in our worlds as well. So I think, oh, so Corne's saying now the horses can actually eat without having their back legs suspended in midair. Yes, I guess that's true. I don't know, for me personally, I don't know how important that is for me. Because most of my stuff goes on display. And that might be the same case for Lord of Dragons as well, is that I know that quite often he just does these beautiful displays and that type of thing too. So, you know, again, I just sort of go, you know, Lego isn't really for us AFOLs, or some of the Lego sets aren't really for us AFOLs. Some of them are, but Cinderella character probably not. So I can understand why Lego has done that to make it more playable. But for me, I just sort of go, I'm not really all that fussed about that. Where's my other little slope? What else do I need? I need another one of those, so that can go in here. I need one of these. because this also gets one of these pale pink hearts, which is super cute. That goes in there. Cool, so let's have a look. Yay for Lego stickers, oh my gosh. Yeah, and I think that that's like the other thing, is, you know, it is that tactile experience of Lego as well. And even last week, was it last week or the week before, when I was sort of talking about a few of my favourite Lego sets, one of my all-time favourite Lego sets is obviously one of the old sets, Ara and the Song of the Wind Dragon. But I was just so enchanted by the build experience of that set that's why that was so close to the top of my list, and is probably on the top of my list as far as favourite sets are concerned. But it's mostly just down to that whole thing where I just found it so beautiful to be building up these island land clouds that then have these little secret compartments in the middle of them, and these, you know, roots of flowers hanging down and these crystals and all of that sort of stuff, that I just sort of went, it was, and again, it probably had a lot to do with the fact that it was a beautiful, you know, afternoon here, and I was just sat down at this very dining table building up that set, and it was just, yeah, it was just really lovely. It was such a lovely build experience. So I think that has something like that's got something to be said about the whole enjoyment of a set as well. It's a very long-winded way of getting that sentence out. Gosh. Oh yes, I know. Kaz does always make the dot stuff look good. And I think that Dots is one of those really funny things where I wouldn't have really picked Kaz as being a Dots fan, but obviously with all of her micro builds is that it's just right down her alley. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that. And Kaz has just been doing some beautiful baubles on her Instagram account, which has been absolutely fantastic. I think that that's for the Lego charity thing, isn't it, where you do the brick tag, whatever that is. I can't remember it now, of course, because I can't remember anything when I'm live streaming. So yeah, yeah, but that's really cool. I've seen those and they look fantastic. And I think, Jesse, you did one as well, didn't you? Didn't you? Oh, BFab is here. Hi, BFab. It's so lovely for you to pop in and join us. I hope that you've been having a nice week. Yeah, you've done one as well, haven't you? Didn't you have a rogue tile that you put on your bauble, or am I just imagining that? Was that just me losing my marbles even further? I know, Corne. It's such a beautiful set as well. I really love that riding camp, especially like the blue and white little combi van is really cool too. And I even really like the gates as well. Hopefully, if one day I'm lucky enough to be able to have a riding horsey type area in my Lego city, which is probably a few years away at this point in time, I think that they will probably be two of the parts that I would definitely be taking from that set to be used in my horse riding type area, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. Brickish will be back. Got to do a few things. Cool. Yes. No. So yeah, I know that camper van definitely reminds me of like a VW sort of bus. I think that's so cute. So yeah, cool. So we've got, oh yeah, so here we go. Rogue is saying he did have an Rogue T-tile, an RT tile. Ordered it from a custom printer company a while ago to see how it might turn out. Had not used it until I saw Kaz's work and wanted to do something simple for a change. Yes, very different to your usual extravaganzas. It must have been so nice to go from something so large to something so small. So yeah, it was a really nice looking tile as well. I think that was so cool of you to track down that, Jezza. Plain. Oops. Plain one. Yeah. And a couple more here. So I think that we're just building up more of this like doorway area on here, which is kind of cool. So I'm kind of, yeah, 4 parts. Very different to your usual builds there, Jeremy. I know. I do want to try and do a few more festive things on my channel, especially with some of that, the Lego set brick giveaway thing that Lego's doing. But it's finding the time and it's finding the inspiration. I've been very inspirational poor this year. So hopefully that will improve. And, you know, lightning will strike again, no doubt. But, yeah, again, I just also think it's one of those things, you know, there's just been so much going on for so many of us that I'm not too fussed about not being in a super creative mindset, because I've still been able to do, you know, I've still been able to get stuff done. And quite often if I do come up with an idea, I will write it in my notepad as well. So I do sort of keep track of these things. Oh, oops, used the wrong one on the wrong place. So you need to get a tile of your face. Yes, yes, BFAB, you do. I think we all need to get a tile of your face. Yeah, but LEV lives on the eastern states corner, so I think that she's a lot closer to a Lego store. So there might be the Lego sets either in stock in store, or, you know, she's obviously probably far more wealthy than what I am, just based on her social blade subscriber count, that she might have been able to get everything when they first came out. So so I don't know which way she went, but I suspect that she was probably able to get it when it first came out and have it in stock. And I also think that she does live near a Lego store, so she might have just been able to go into the shop and purchase it that way, because she was able to get hold of those Australasian exclusive Chinese diner sets and the Dancing Dragon sets as well, and they were only released in certain stores on the east coast of Australia. So you couldn't get any of those sets online, because I did try. I did want those sets, but we don't have a Lego store in Perth. So yeah, I did see that LEV had been building their clubhouse this week, but no, I'm still not able to do that. But you know, again, I just sort of go, I don't really mind waiting. That's okay. I'm kind of used to having to wait for stuff over here in WA. That's Steve's running joke with me, is that WA in Australia stands for wait a while, not Western Australia. So, but, you know, it is what it is. Right, now, lamp. Lamp is another little build, which is very strange that the lamp all of a sudden occurs here. Oh, I see why. Or do I? Oh, okay. Oops, wrong way around. That way around. Okay. Cool. So please make a diss track. I'd be terrible at doing a diss track, BFAP. An invite to LEV's house. No, we don't want to do that. We've got to make sure that we look after each other online. And then Bricky Ty saying, oh, okay, yeah, that they have the elf clubhouse, but can't build it until my mum has her new dining table. It's always something when it comes to building our Lego. Yeah, I think Corne, not everyone has opened all their advent calendar items yet, I don't think. So we might not be able to talk about the last 2 items without doing spoilers. So yeah, but as with all advent calendars, you get some good bits and some not so good bits. So I really like the look of the little elves though. So I'm not too sure what days they come out. Don't give away spoilers, Corne. But I do really like the look of those little elves. I think that they're super cute. And I am really pleased that we got 2 in that advent calendar as well. So, yeah. Right. I think that page is done. Cool. Right. On to the next bit. So we've got these bits, and then we've got a very simple telephone here as well, which is kind of cool. Simplicity. Oh, cool. Yeah, simplicity all the way around. Very retro. Oh, you mean the gifts from day 4 and 5? We got the letterbox. That was today, wasn't it? Because I almost missed my post on Instagram for today. I think I still have to go through and post Harry Potter after this, so Harry Potter might be a bit late today. Whoops. And then what did we get yesterday? Was that the mouse and the pretzel? Because that was very strange. Was that like some sort of festive mouse that I don't know about? I found, or a holiday hamster. I think I said holiday hamster on my Instagram post because I was very confused by that. So does anyone else have the Friends Advent calendar? What were your thoughts over the gifts for the last couple of days? I do think that quite often with the Advent calendars, especially with the Friends one, we do end up with some sort of post box at some stage or another. So I wasn't really all that surprised to see the post box appear. Have I done the right part? No, maybe I've gone wrong somewhere and not put in the right. One. The mouse was very disappointing. Oh, hi Dan, how are you going, buddy? I hope you're having a lovely evening. I'm just confused. Yet again, I'm confused. That one, yeah. And then, yeah, okay. You know, that's correct. Okay, I just can't find my part then. I've lost a 1x1 brick. Oh, no. Is it under my wombat? I don't know. I don't know what's happened. So it's supposed to be one of those. Dan saying, all the wonderful Legoids out there popping in and hoping all is well. Yes, my Lord is saying that they're enjoying the city calendar so far. That's good to hear. It's always nice when we're enjoying our various Lego extravaganzas. And then, oh, okay, so Corne's saying don't have the advent calendar, but watching Jeremy Herbert and Ellie V open them. Yes, cool. Now I get where you're up to, yes. Yeah, well, the Friends ones are always a kind of lackluster, though. I shouldn't really say that, but I think originally the Friends calendars were actually kind of cool because we did end up getting like more exclusive pieces. So we would quite often end up with 1 or 2 mini dolls in there, and I thought that it was really kind of cool. Sometimes we'd end up with like, you know, sort of semi-exclusive animals that we weren't really able to get elsewhere very easily. But the last few years, they've sort of just been a bit lackluster. You know, I haven't been as impressed with them as some of the previous years. BFAB, yeah, I know. I know. I don't know what's. I think I was just supposed to have a plain brick here, but I've just got all bricks with studs on them, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with this little spot. I may have a 1x1 tan brick in my collection, but that's in the other room, so I don't know quite what I'll do. I'll see how important it is. Figure it out later. As per usual on my channel, we'll just deal with that problem at some other time. Did my wombat eat the brick? Oh, he could have. I don't know where it's gone. Things, you know, because I'm not one of those organised people like Lego Maniac or Greg from London Bridge Bricks that sorts out all their Lego parts beforehand. I just dump them out. I don't know. It could be anywhere. Dear me. So the calendars with the Christmas ornaments for the tree were really nice, Corne saying. I think that sounds like a beautiful sight, BFAB. I think that the more fun that we can have, the better. Oh dear. Right. Okay. Yeah, I might be able to get away with leaving that brick out for now. So we'll see what happens. I just don't know. I don't know whether or not I've done something wrong in here with all of these ones. So that's more of my concern. Oh, hang on. Maybe oh no, it looks like I have. Oh, I found my mistake, gang. And I didn't even need Corne to tell me that I'd done it wrong. Phew. Oh, that's good news. Right. Okay, got it. I've got it together, gang. Almost, well, sort of, as much as I can. Oh, and I've done these ones around the wrong way as well. Whoops. Okay. I'm getting there. Getting there. Oh yeah. I am looking forward to seeing the Friends more. I think that that's going to be so cool. Oh, that's another little printed tile, which is the same print as we got in the Friends TV show set. So that's kind of cute that that's going on the wall above the bed in here. I'll show you that in a minute, guys. Once I've finished off this bag, I'll give you a little bit of an update of the interior. Yes, I did check out the link that you sent for the Rose Palace, which looks amazing. I'm really looking forward to seeing those sets now. I think that that's going to be such a wonderful theme. But as we said last week, or whoever was in the chat that was talking about that last week, is that we sort of suspected that that was going to be sort of quite a nice theme anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like just based on the movie visuals. So it seems that we've been proven correct. Our faith has not been misplaced when it comes to the gorgeousness of that particular Lego theme. I just really am looking forward to seeing the mini doll in more detail and the dragon. as well, obviously, because you all know how much I love building dragons. And then, oh, it's gone for a bit. Didn't have enough time to tell me my mistake. Yes, exactly. You've had other things to focus on today rather than just keeping track of how I'm building. London Bridge Bricks calls it knolling when you sort the bricks. Who does this when you open a set, by the way? I don't, clearly. I know that Lego the Maniac doesn't really do knolling, but he does like sorting out his parts before he builds, because quite often when you watch his videos, you see that they've all been sort of pre-sorted into various little bits, various little piles of Le Maniac understanding. Where's my printed one gone? Oh, here, found it. I can't be losing too many. Cornet saying that he only sorts bricks when they count secondhand. They never come pre-sorted. Yes, I think that that's very good to do. The first thing that I usually do with my secondhand sets is wash it, and then I usually build it to see what's missing. Fortunately, most of the Lego that I've bought secondhand hasn't had much missing, if anything at all. I do know that there were a couple of sets that didn't put in Lego pieces, but luckily the parts that were sort of missing or non-Lego, I had in my collection anyway, so I wasn't too fussed. And the price that I purchased those sets for was really reasonable anyway, so I didn't really worry too much about that, which is kind of cool. And then Jez is saying, son hates Lego now, but if I ever get a small set, he can't help himself but do them knolling. Oh, that's kind of cool though. Not into the building, but into the sorting, which is good. I know that when my niece was over here quite a few years ago and we were building Lego sets together, she'd do all the building and I'd do all the part finding. So I'd have a look at what parts were coming up on the instructions and then find those parts for her and set them up for her. And one of the things that I did always quite like doing was setting them up, how they're laid out, so that then she'd find it really easy to build, which was so cool. That's some of my favourite memories that I've got with my niece, is being able to do that stuff. So I think that that's one of the reasons why I ended up falling back in love with Lego, was because I was able to build Lego with my niece. So then I only know when I get Bricklink orders to check the parts, which is all the time. Yeah, I was just about to say, Jezza. All you buy is Bricklink parts, so you must be knolling a lot. Yeah, but I still don't think that I knoll when I'm checking my Bricklink orders anyway. I just dump it out, count them, shove them in a pile. So, yes, clearly I'm not a knoller. But each their own, that's what we say. Bricky Ty, can you imagine knolling with the Colosseum? Oh my gosh, no, I know. Cornet saying that's a big no. Too much tan. I know. Isn't there some instruction in the Colosseum where it basically sort of says build this times 200? I don't know how I would go with that side of things. Or is that just a misleading Lego instruction rumour about the Colosseum? And Rogue saying that sounds crazy. Oh my gosh, I know. I do think that it would be an interesting build though with the Colosseum. I think Beyond the Brick, they were building, I think Joshua Hanlon was building that on their 24-hour stream last weekend, I think, weren't they? Right, Windows. It's time for Windows, gang. Okay, so I won't knoll, but I will get my parts. I'll move my parts around in a non-knolling way. Oh, I'll change the direction of this actually, so you guys can have a bit of a look at the interior, but I will show you that in a bit more detail. I know. And Cornet's saying, yeah, lots of repetition in the Colosseum. And I think that that's going to be absolutely lovely for some builders. But I think one of the reasons, and I've said this so many times as well, one of the reasons why I love the elf set so much is that they were much more like organic builds. So it wasn't really mirror image so much. And then they also had, you know, more plants and leaves and rocks and crystals and all of that sort of stuff. So I really like that type of build style. And, you know, again, when you look at sort of more of the elf shelf displays that I've done with all the extra branches and leaves and plants and mountains and flowers and all of that sort of stuff in there, that's definitely sort of more my feel to build. I am really looking, well, I am enjoying building my Frozen section of my Lego City as well. But okay, see you later, Amy. Family Bricks. Hi, Matt. How you going, buddy? I hope that you're doing well. Tora build is a non-nola. No, I'm not a nola. Not my thing. But I do really enjoy looking at knolling. So I do really enjoy watching other people knoll as well. So I think that's the funny thing. But I just go, no, I just want to build. I want to get my hands in there and just build away happily. Oh, cool. Right. So now we add in our little windows over here, which is kind of cute because the bottoms of the windows are left open. So, which is really kind of cool because it's almost like they've pulled up the window so that you can have like the draft come through. The sea breeze, as we say here in Australia. So, oh, everyone's saying hello and goodbye. Cool. How's your week been, Matt? I hope that you've been having a nice week and things are going well for you in your world. Yeah. And Amy's. Oh, Brixish is back as well. Hey, Brixish, it's nice to have you back. We've had a few people swap around, which is cool. It's always good to mix things up. Have I done that right? Oh, no, I haven't done that right. Have I done that right? No, I haven't done that right. Okay. Oh, dear. Right, and there we have our little, fire alarm thing. Smoke alarm, something, door alarm, I don't know, whatever that is. Little thing going on there. Cool. Right, now we've got a few more bits to go for our set. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, for our ground floor of this section, which is kind of cool. Cool. Oh. So, whoops, Matt is saying, seems to be a crazy busy week. Doing shorts of the Lego Advent calendars and Elf on the Shelf may have been an overcommitment. Only 19 more days. Yep. Okay, well, wish you good luck then, Matt. I have been enjoying those short videos though. So, yeah. I don't know. I still get a little bit confused by watching something so short on YouTube though. So, you know, clearly that must be like the old lady, you know, vibes in my world where I'm like going, can't I just watch something longer? But I also think that that has a lot to do with that I probably have more time than most to be able to watch longer videos. So I usually sort of go, oh, it's only 5 minutes long. Let's find something that goes for an hour. So that's been my YouTube preference at the moment, which is kind of funny and probably very different to what most people's preferences are. And then Bricky is actually building something. Yay! Cornet's excited because Diago and Ellie will be ordered in 17 days. Woohoo! Then Bricky Ty is loving the shorts on Elf on a Shelf. They're awesome. So that's really nice. Matt, check out that feedback. And then Brixish has got to find somewhere to display whatever she's building. Yes. Oh, I know that you were looking into shelving solutions, Brixish, so you'll have to keep us updated about those if and when you find any. Oops, I've got to swap that brick over. And what else has been? Oh, and Family Bricks is saying, I wish I'd been like you and just taken photos for Instagram. Yes, we're already almost forgot to post today. So I did post my friend's photo right before my stream. So it was mere moments, sort of kind of late-ish for the stream, not really, but probably by only a couple of seconds. And I have to try and remember to post my Harry Potter photo after my stream, which might end up being kind of late for some parts of the world. I did do a few more extravagant advent calendar stuff a few years ago, and it almost killed me. So I was just like, I don't think that I'll be doing that again this year. And yeah. And Matt saying shorts is the Twitterization of YouTube, or the TikTokization of YouTube, I guess. I think that that's probably why I don't really get the shorts thing. Okay, so Brickich is saying, but she wants the Mando figure for a peak, so I thought that she'd build the ATST. I think that's what that is. Scared of too much of an outlet for dad jokes. Oh, I've got to wait till next year for shelves. Cool. Cabbage doesn't see them. Cabbage infected, I know. Cabbage seems to do a lot of shorts as well, but I think it's good. I think it's good to have that variety. You know, can't all be doing the same stuff all the time, so it's nice to have lots of variety. Oh my gosh, this stream is kind of a distraction. The delivery van could arrive at any moment. It's exciting, Corday. I'm excited for you. Oh no, hang on, that's not right. Oh my gosh. Focus, I've got to focus, gang. Right, that's right. There we go. That looks a lot nicer. The architecture there. Twitterization, reduced speech down to 140 characters. Obviously TikTok influence. Oh, the Cabbage Coliseum live stream was pretty funny. Oh, cool. I haven't seen that. Right, now we've got another little printed tile, which may be a bit more common amongst you non-Friends and Disney Princess lovers out there, but I've not seen that tile before, so that's a new one for me, which is the little door bell alarm bell thing. I don't know, whatever that's called. Doorbell? Door alarm? Thingy bob? Something or another. Oh, cool. No. I saw that photo. Colosseum got used as a cat bed, yes. I don't know whether or not that was intentional or not, though. I have a funny feeling that cats just tend to find comfortable places wherever they want to go, and you don't get much of a say in them. But yes, I did see that as well, Corno. It was brilliant. I was thinking that poor Lego owner must have just been like, oh, of course, of course, this is where my cat decides to sleep. Two of these. Right. Oh, and that goes on here. Okay. Oh, I've got to put these on as well. Oops, almost missed them. I think that looks about right. So another little cute assortment of parts. And we do get these ones, which we've had in some of the dot sets before. So they're actually used on the front here for the lights. And I've also got a spare one of these pale pink hearts, which I don't have very many of. I do have a lot of the coral ones and the bright pink ones, but not so many of those ones. So I'm kind of happy with that little stash of extra parts. And I will just bring you guys down to have a little bit more of a closer look at the, I'm attached, a closer look at the interior down here as well. So we've got the little bed over this side with what looks like a little ball and a lamp over here. We've got the little stickers on the wall there. Oops, I don't know how to get my everything to line up. So that's kind of cute. And then we've got, maybe, is that supposed to be there? Is there something supposed to be on that? Anyways, and then we've got that little sticker over here with the telephone as well. So, and then we've got that sticker over here on this side. And then over here we've got this little spot as well. So I think that this might end up being where Big Bird and Snuffleupagus would be hanging out, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Oops. Oh. So hopefully you guys are okay. You didn't get too queasy for that. Colosseum. Big house for a wombat. Yes, exactly. Colosseum, probably the same category as a Brickhead's Jar Jar Binks. Oh dear. Does anyone else know how to spell Colosseum? I think I spell it different each time. And the good news is, Matt, we know exactly what you mean. So fortunately, you're not here. You're not here. You're not here for your spelling. No one's going to be forced to take a spelling test. That's the good news. You won't be marked down for poor spelling. I think particularly there's been a few streams, particularly with myself and Dan, as it's been getting later into the wee hours of Perth time here, that luckily I don't have to spell, I just have to talk. And let's be real, sometimes even that's a struggle for me. But I know that there's been a few times where Dan's been like, I don't know what I'm spelling either, since Dan is one of my fellow Perth friends. So, yeah, don't have to worry about spelling here. And I think that there's a few international people as well, so you don't have to worry about spelling either. If we can get the gist, then that's good enough for me. And it looks like we've got our lovely little Ernie character here as well. So I'll just finish opening up these bags and then I can build up little Ernie, which is super cute. They've done a really nice job with the print on here as well. And once again, the face print is really gorgeous too. So I'll see if I can get sorted with that. On camera, that's showing up quite well, but in the real world, the white on his eyes isn't actually very opaque. It is a little bit transparent. And then the white and the yellow on his jumper doesn't seem to look quite as nice in reality as what it is showing up on my webcam. And, you know, as many of you know, my webcam does do weird and wonderful things, so I'm not surprised that that's happened. And I'm actually really kind of confused as to why Ernie's eyes aren't as opaque, because Elmo's eyes are beautiful. They look absolutely wonderful. So that's sort of a little bit, that's a little bit weird. I thought this was the spelling stream. No. I don't like spelling. That's not something that's a strong suit in my family. My family are not a family of good spellers. So we don't need that happening. Okay. Okay, right. So this is one of the doors. I was a bit confused by the picture then. Oh, have I done this wrong? Yes, I've done that wrong. Uh-oh. Oh, spaghetti-o. Oh dear. You guys being cheeky in the chat. Can always tell when you guys are getting cheeky. Only one L. Be careful with that, you guys. We do have a few of my younger people around, or they were around earlier. Right, I've got to rebuild my door, I think. Yes. That and oops, that. These greens are slightly different shades as well, which is interesting. Not in a bad way, but they are definitely different, slightly different shades of green. And I can't get that one by one to look nice. Rah. Then, oh, that's a gold. Okay, right. That didn't look gold. Okay. Okay, right. I've just really slowed everything down as I contemplate my life choices around building this on a live stream. Sorry for going so quiet then, guys. It is just me trying to figure out how to do this door properly. Right, we're in. Was it worth it? I don't know. There seems to be quite a big gap on the top of that door, though. Cool. Okay, there we go. Oh, Doc's here. Hi, Doc. Normal cash. Yeah, it's really cute. It is a really cute set. I'm really enjoying building it, Lord. But as I said, is that it is taking a lot of my mental capacity at 9:42 on a Saturday night. So we'll see how I go. I do still have 4, 5, 6. So I do still have half the bag. So there is the option to always carry on next week as well. So we can always do another Sesame Street stream next week with the other half, if that's the way that we decide to go. I'm not sure how good my building will be tonight for too much longer anyway. Ernie's eyes. Yeah. Yes, Doc, you did hear something about Ernie's eyes. They're not very opaque. My Ernie does not look very as good as what my Elmo does. I'll just pop this door together and then I'll give you a look and I'll see. Big fan of Sesame Street and I Just Want Cookie Monster. Oh my gosh, I know, Lord. Like, honestly, I never in a million years did I ever think that I would be getting a Sesame Street Lego set. I just didn't think that that would be something that would be possible. Sesame Street was such a big thing in my childhood. So it's so nostalgic and it's so lovely to sort of see all of this come together. I am just having so much fun with this tonight. It is super cute. All the characters are looking absolutely gorgeous, except for Ernie's having a few struggles. His paint job, unfortunately. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Cool. Okay, so there's my doors. Let's have a look. I don't know how well these are going to show up on my little camera, though. No. See, on my screen, it doesn't look like there's any difference between the two of them. But in reality, Ernie's eyes aren't as bright white as what Elmo's are. So, yes, that's a bit disappointing. But the rest of Ernie is gorgeous. And to be honest, anybody else looking at Ernie, oh no, they would be able to notice that Ernie's not that great. Cookie Monsters. Oh dear. Yeah, oh my gosh, Matt. It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing to be talking and streaming at the same time. I love it so much, don't get me wrong. It is so much fun. I absolutely love doing the live streams. But I also just know that you guys have to put up with me at my most bamboozled self. So that's just part of the deal. You come into an adorable live stream, you just have to put up with kind of a little bit of nonsense. But in a good way, you know, it's fine. Flat surface? No, they're 3D. They do stick out a little bit. I don't know if that's showing up, sort of. There is a little bit of moulding on his eyes as well. And you can see that there's even a little bit of paint missing on that eye if you look close enough, and if my camera focuses, if my webcam focuses. So, but so cute, like such a cute little figure. And it's really weird that the white of his eyes isn't really that white when his little cute pink tongue has shown up so well. So that's just a bit strange. But, you know, stranger things have happened in the world. But something that was worth noting. You know, again, it doesn't bother me. I still love him. He's still super cute. I'm still happy to have him in my collection. But it does look really quite noticeable for me here with Elmo and Ernie next to each other. So whenever I display my Sesame Street, I'll probably just have to make sure that Ernie and Elmo aren't hanging out next to each other, because that does look really obvious. And then Big Bird is absolutely perfect as well. So Big Bird's completely flawless. So that's the other thing that's a little bit interesting about those. Cookie and Grover are your faves. Yeah, it would be really nice to see if we get like another Sesame Street extension, especially because there's so many characters that we would want to get. You know, the Count, I think, is a big one. It is selling well. Don't think that it's going to retire anytime too. Yes, really hope they bring out the Count minifig. There's still a spelling bee going on in the comments. The spelling police are here. Bricky saying that they contact Lego. Oh, maybe, yeah. Possibly. I possibly should. We'll see. Yeah, that's a very good point, Brickish. I probably should do that. Okay, where am I up to? I've got to spin this around again. Oh, dear. And then we've got more stuff going up. This one. Oh, Tease is back. Oh, cool. Nice to have you back, Tease. Hope your editing went well. and that you managed to get some of that done and sorted. None of us know what's wrong, definitely. Oh, good. You got most of her main editing done. That's good to hear. None of us would know what was wrong. No, exactly. I wouldn't. Definitely not. Is that the right one? No, this one. Cure. Right, now we do more on the upward swings. Cool. Editing as in video. Yeah. Yes. Yep, Atiz has been editing a video today, this evening, tonight, whenever, I don't know what time frame she's on. Right, all of these. So how's everything going with you, Doc? I hope that you're having, things are going okay for you. Let us know how things have been. All right, that. More of these little parts. So we might be getting windows above the window. So that's going to be my bold assumption. And then we go, oh, little blue window. So that's cute. Happy about that. Panes of glass. Oh, Will's here. Hi, Will. How you going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Oh, afternoon here. Cool. Oh, yes, I did see your Insta. You did get your Christmas tree. Yes, I did. Yes, so I'm assuming that you've been doing Christmas tree related tasks then today. Do these? Oh, yeah. Are they? As I just contemplate my existence and talk to myself yet again in a stream. What am I looking for? Oh, little white ones. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I thought they might be little white panels. Right, and you've got those. Yes. Okay. So we've got more stuff going in here. We've got the little blue window frames, which are really cute. I do like these. I think that these would be really nice to use in a mock at some stage or another. Oh, okay. There's nicknames going on in the stream as well. Okay. Even I wondered about 80s as well, at ease. But that makes sense. When I say it out loud, it makes sense. When I read it, not so much. Cool. Right, so let's get this little section sorted. I have to try and make sure that I use the correct formation of bricks and all of that stuff, which is cool. Get that going, and then I think, oh, okay, so that goes, there's a little bookshelf. Right, this bit. And these little dark teal pieces as well are really cool. I do like those. The delivery's late. Oh no, cool. It shouldn't be too far away though. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah, the paints, I'm more disappointed in the paint scratch than I am with the lack of opacity. So I could live with the lack of opacity, but the paint scratch is a bit disappointing. I think Brixish, you're correct. I probably should contact Lego and see what they'll do for me. See if they can sort something out, which would be nice. whenever I've rarely had any missing parts in any Lego sets, but whenever I have in the past, they've always been super fantastic at getting that sorted out really quickly. Although I don't know how they're going to go with an Ernie head. That might be a little bit more rare, a bit more tricky to get hold of. But we'll see. We'll see how I go. Part of me just thinks if I had a teaser's going to be back in a sec, yeah, that's fine. Oh, okay, yes. I can imagine that would probably be quite annoying as well, especially if it's really noticeable. Like if they're all sort of generally slightly scuffed and you can sort of almost buff it out a little bit, then it's less of a big deal. But in a set like that, if it's a huge issue, that would be really annoying, yes. And I think especially because, and again, it comes back to kind of like the purpose of the set as well. And if it's going to be a display piece like that beautiful, massive Ecto one, then I can imagine that it would be much more annoying if there are scratches and scuffs on it, compared to, you know, something like a Cinderella carriage that's supposed to just be there for a toy, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if I'm still making any sense. Right, another little bit done. Now it looks like we're doing up like a little window ledge, which is kind of cute. So that's nice. We've got a few little flowers on here as well, which is cute. We'll see how, I'm curious to see if Cornet lets us know when his delivery arrives. Or if he's just going to jump straight into building it. Milk carton. And one of these, which is kind of cool, and this one. So that's our little ledge windowsill, which then goes over, oops, this side, which also has like a little birdhouse underneath it as well. So that's kind of cute. No humans. No, just Muppets, I think. Yeah, just Muppets by the looks of things, Doc. Which is, you know, probably for the best. Based on some of my experience with human beings, I think I prefer to live in a world surrounded by Muppets. Surely you can understand that of all people. Oh, Cornet saying you'll let us know. Good. I know that milk piece seems to pop up in almost everywhere. We can't get away from that milk piece. It's in everything. Surprised that they haven't patched them better. Cutting corners on everything these days. Yeah, I know. So, yes. That's one of my favourite sayings. Humans can. Exactly. Right. Okay. Let's spin it around again. There's a lot of spinning this around. Oh my gosh. It's very, which is cool, but you know, the van is here. Cool. Cornet's out of here. The Lord is out of here. Everyone's vacating at the same time. Lots of fun things are happening in their worlds, which is really cool. Right. This one. And this one. Right. Oh, this looks kind of cool. I'm building this little Duvalaki thing next. Oh, you can't really see that. That's terrible video showing. So I'm building this little thing next, which I'm assuming probably is going to go in here somewhere above the door as a little bit of a twiddly bit. But it's got those little love heart pieces in tan. So I've not seen those pieces in tan before. I don't know if anybody else has, but that's not something that I pay that much attention to as far as new pieces are concerned. But yeah, that's kind of cool to see that they're in tan as well. And it also is kind of cool to see that those love heart pieces are getting used more for like BFAB's still here to save the day. Thanks, BFAB. I always know that you're here to save the day. Many years ago at this job, we used to call the managers Muppets. The CEO was the chief Muppet. Oh, bless. That's brilliant. The chief executive Muppet. Oh, dear. No. But I honestly think that probably the way that human beings are behaving lately, I think that Muppets are a step up. Man. BFAB's always here. Yes. Just over our shoulders, aren't you, BFAB? Okay, right. And so then we get, okay. Right. So then we go upside down with this, and that clips into here. So that's kind of cute. And then we have more bits to sort out. Is that the middle? That looks like the middle. Have I done that right? Okay, there is a little bit of a gap there, which I'm not really liking, but that's okay. God, the chat's going. You guys are going very funny tonight. Always watching you, Matt, in the least creepy way possible. Well, at least we know that it's not creepy, BFAB. Okay, right, green bits. So I'm assuming that we now do our little green windowsill bits like we did for the downstairs area. So that's the next little bit. Uh-oh. Going backwards here. Oops. Right. And right, yes, that's better. Not backwards anymore. Well, did that anyway. This bit. Least creepiest way. Oh, bless you guys. This is why I really enjoy live streaming, though. I love reading your comments and seeing that you guys are all enjoying yourselves and having a laugh with each other. So it's really cool. Right. This one. Matt, I think that you're the only Lego person that any of us knows that leaves a lot of money in your wallet. Or are you just making that up to bamboozle BFAB? Okay. Oh, whoops. I missed a bit, gang. The new Lamborghini is nice. Oh, bless. I think that would just be absolutely mind-boggling to get a new Lamborghini right before Christmas. Not something that's ever going to happen in my universe, but, you know, we can all dream. Okay. Although, to be fair, I probably wouldn't really be dreaming of a Lamborghini, though. I can't imagine that would probably be my car of choice. I think just getting some of my actual car fixed would be a nice Christmas present, though. I think a few weeks ago I did tell you guys that when I was at the hardware store, a guy reversed into my car and then drove off. I did get out of my vehicle and I did tell him that he had crashed into me, but he drove off. And unfortunately, the privacy laws here in Western Australia means that if I don't have two forms of identification, as in his license plate, which I did get of the vehicle, and his name or his driver's license or his mobile phone number, then I can't track him down, which means that then I have to pay a $950 excess in order to get my door repaired, which I don't have $950 to spend on my car door. So my poor back car door is still stoved in, which is quite frustrating. That's enough for a Bugatti. A chat log's allowed as evidence in trials. So, yeah, at this stage, as much as I would love a Lamborghini or a Bugatti, I would actually just appreciate a new back car door. So, yes. And just so disappointing. And my insurance company has just been so lackluster about it all as well. Yeah, I think in different states you only need the license plate, but in Western Australia you need two forms of identification. I don't know why. I think that possibly when I filled in my police report, which I could do online, which I did when I got home, I called up the insurance company and then I filled out my police report. I did leave a description of the driver. So I assume that the police will probably look into it and he will probably end up being charged or fined or whatever you get for leaving the scene of an accident. But because no one was injured, then that's a lower priority. And then I also think that the priority gets listed as in how much damage was done to your car as well. And because he just stoved in the back of my door panel, like the driver's side back door, I don't think that that's going to be over $3,000 worth of damage. So that was the other sort of bummer about the whole thing, was that if it injured me or if it caused more damage, then it would probably move up the priority list in that police department. But I think it's just sort of hanging around at the moment. Possibly they will track him down, and possibly if they do track him down, then the insurance company could potentially go through and do a freedom of information request. But I don't know whether or not the insurance company can be bothered with that. So the insurance company did call me up the other day to ask if they could close my case, and I actually said no, because it's not closed. Nothing's happened with it, so you can leave it open on your file, not closing it. I've chosen not to get it repaired at this point in time because I can't afford $950 worth of excess, I say, as I'm building a Lego set. But yeah, it's just been really weird. Yeah, and I think that that's the whole thing, is that the police just need to hurry up and on their end and confirm who it is, and then just get on with it. But I don't know how high up the priority list this particular car park crash is. I think the other challenge is, because it wasn't on a road, is that then those tend to go lower down the priority list as well, because technically it was on private property at the hardware store. So again, I just sort of go, I don't know. It's really difficult to get in touch with the police about any of that stuff as well. So that's kind of annoying too. So we'll see. But anyway, it is what it is. I would absolutely love to track the guy down. I think the other thing that was really weird about the whole situation was just because he was so blasé and so rude about it. So he reversed into my car. I got out of my car and I was like, hey, mate, you just hit me. Again, it's annoying, it's frustrating, but again, that happens in car parks. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just sort of go, it's not anything that, you know, hasn't happened in a car park before. I've lost parts. What is going on? Okay. But, you know, yeah, car parks, I know, Doc. It's just annoying. So, yeah, I know. I've gone from having a wish list of a Bugatti to just having a back door that doesn't look so dodgy. And like, I mean, my car, like, I mean, it's fine. It's a good car. It does what it's supposed to do. It's my wombat eating another part. All these are the wrong length. I don't understand. Oh no, that is just one. Okay. Right, good. Right, just reading the instructions. Partway through my story, you get an intermission. But he was just so rude about it. That's the thing that really upset me. So I got out of my car and I was like, hey, mate, you just hit me. And he was like, he shrugged his shoulders. And then I asked him to wind down his window and I just went, you just reversed into me. And he was like, so? And I was like, well, you need to get out of the vehicle so we can exchange details. And he's like, I'm not doing that. And just drove off. And I was just like, oh my gosh. You know, I should have been a lot more wild than what I was since he hit me. And instead I was just like, you know, pretty polite about it all. And of course, I just sort of go, oh my God. And then when I found out that I needed 2 forms of ID, I was just even more wild, because so many people that I've spoken to since I was told that didn't realise that that was the case in Western Australia. So I just sort of go, yeah, even that's annoying. So car parks. Yeah, it was so rude. Yeah. No. Well, I think, like, the thing is, BFAB, like, yeah, we'll find him. Thank you. Thanks, brother. The thing is, and this is where I just sort of go, it happens. This is why we have insurance. And I just sort of go, even if he believed that I was in the wrong, which I wasn't, but even if he believed that, and even if he couldn't be bothered, I just sort of go, that's why we pay insurance companies. So just give me your insurance company details, give me your license plate details, and then let the insurance company sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just sort of go, that's why we do what we do when it comes to that type of stuff. So that's where I just sort of went. It was just so ridiculous that, oh, now I get to make up some of this, I think. Really? Okay, yeah, cool. Right, we get to do the interior now. Yeah, he probably had no insurance. Yeah, I know. That's what everyone sort of has guessed at. But he did have quite a nice car. His car was newer than what mine was. So that's where I just sort of go, I can't imagine that he would have that car and not have insurance. But again, we'll see. We'll see what happens to him. It might just be a slow burn. We might just have to wait until the police track him down, and then he's going to get lots of issues with being fined for hit and run and all sorts of things as well. Yep, pretty much, Matt. Yeah. In Western Australia, I needed to get 2 forms of ID. So I got his license plate number because I took a photo of that before he left. And then the insurance company told me that I would have to pay his part of the damage. Otherwise my vehicle won't get fixed because they can't track him down with just a license plate, which is where the $950 comes into it. But the insurance company did sort of say, you've got different options. We can give you different options. If we find him at some stage or another, then we can pay you back, and you can do a payment plan in order to get it repaired and all of this sort of stuff. But by that stage, I was just bitter and being quite petty. So it's just like, I don't want my vehicle fixed until they find him. I want him to pay for it. And then I was just a bit miffed at the insurance company going, we can't really find him, so can we just close your case? So it's just like, no, you can't. I'm going to leave that open for you guys. So yeah, it's been a pain to be dealing with. Oh, hang on. Hang on, I've gone astray already. I'm just building half a bathtub here. Oh, I do like how they've used these little gold flower pieces to do like the clawfoot bath feet. So that's really quite cute. Or suspended license, yeah. Yeah, it could have been either of those, but the whole thing is I won't know. I won't know if and when they ever find him. But it's just so annoying with my poor little car now, just looks so rough. You leave a note, exactly. Yeah. Well, again, I just sort of go, you come up with stuff. They later said brakes failed, fine. That's okay, but it still means that they would have to pay for that because they crashed into the stuff. So I think that's the whole thing. Right. Yes, I do know that in the past, any number of my family members have accidentally hit people and whatnot. And I think it's always been funny because we've left notes and people have always been quite surprised that we've left them a note to say I accidentally reversed into your car in a car park. This is my insurance details. But again, that's why I just sort of go, that's why we don't pay for an insurance company because these things happen. Happens to all of us. Keep that Lambo safe. I think it kind of also just depends on the level of damage as well, I guess, to a certain extent. I know that's probably a weird thing to say, but if the damage had been a lot less and if it hadn't been so obvious, then it wouldn't have really fazed me, BFAP. Obviously, because my car is older and it does have a few scuffs and scratches on it anyway. So I just sort of go, it's not pristine, but he really stoved into it. See you later, Matt. Take care. Yeah, I think that that's probably more likely what's going on with this guy, is that he was probably doing something naughty, which is why he just wanted to get out of there, and kind of figured that he could get away with it because I'm just a little dainty female. So he knew that he could be mean to me. The bikinis are fast. Sorry, but I stole your car. Yes. Stranger things have happened, though, I'm sure. Brickish. Right. Next little bit. Yes, it looks like I'm just building up rugs now. Right. And I think possibly after this little bit, I might actually call it a night, because I have been streaming now for almost, well, over 2 hours. So I think that I'll finish off this bag and we'll call it. And then either next week we'll finish off Sesame Street, or next week we'll start on Gingerbread House, depending on whether or not I decide to build this off stream or not. Yeah, like, oh, Cabbage is here. Hey, Cabbage, I was just saying that I'm finishing up soon. Like, there have been times in the past where, you know, accidents have happened, but because the person and I were just really nice about it and they were just honest, I was just like, okay, well, then we'll figure it out. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just sort of go, if you don't have a license and that type of stuff, then probably if they just told me that, then I would have just sorted something out. There was another time in a different car park quite a few years ago, and the two of us, she did the wrong thing and bumped into me. Once again, there seems to be a common thing. But we both had like older cars, and I just sort of said, well, we can either go through the insurance, but then we're both going to have to pay more, or we can just sort it out separately. And so in the end, I think I ended up finding the part at a wrecker's yard, the part that I needed at a wrecking yard. And so that was all that. Like, we just did it all behind the scenes and under the table, which was cool. So that's where, again, I just sort of go, I just wish that he sort of told me. So here we go. That's where I'm up to. So we've also got the little bathroom area in upstairs, which is super cute, with Ernie's rubber ducky as well. And then we do have the little bookcase here. Some of these bricks are kind of wonky, though. I'm not loving that look. And then this bit's getting built up here. So I think next bag number 4 is then building up the rest of this. That seems to be the way that the direction that we're heading in, is putting in Bert and Ernie's beds and their like little chair and some other little accessories in there, which is super cute. And then putting the roof on. And then I think bag 5 and 6 is then doing the second building over on this side, which is really cool. Rubber ducky. Yeah, I know. It's so cute. Those little ducks are just so adorable as well. And then we've got Big Bird and Elmo. So Big Bird was our first little fig, which is super cute. I don't know what I'm doing anymore tonight. Here we go. We've got Big Bird there. We've got Elmo, who was our second little fig. I wish this would focus better. That seems super fuzzy. And poor little Ernie with the dodgy little Ernie eyes. That's not focusing. Alrighty, so that's where we're up to so far. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this stream. As always, I've had so much fun chatting to you guys. It's always awesome to catch up with everyone on a Saturday night. And yeah, so next week we'll either carry on with Sesame Street. So let me know if you want me to try and be patient and build this with you guys next week. And then the week after we can build the gingerbread house, or if you're just happy to crack on with some festive builds and build up the gingerbread house instead. So just let me know which preference you'd like, if you've got any opinion, if you're not really all that fussed. Yeah, and I hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your weekends. It is always so good to, chat to you all and see how you're all going. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Make sure that you do stay healthy and happy and safe and all of that good stuff. And I will chat to you more around the Lego places and spaces. So take care, everyone. I hope that you all have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye. Night-night.